Right there, YouTube. So, making a video here about our last war, and just showing you how the road to Town Hall 11 is going. As you can see here, I have some walls here in the middle going to max. Got the queens at level 35, king is at level 35, and I'm really still feeling like I think the queen. The king and the queen are going to get to max first. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to the clan. So let's see here. Say hi to YouTube. And my boy here, Bilal, he asked for a shout out. So right out to you, bro. You're doing really good. Keep up the good work. So I'm gonna show you here what just happened here in war, our last war. So first of all, we smashed them. This was one of our definite smashes. I mean, 3-star just about everything. But I went ahead and towards the end of the war, there was no one left to attack. So I used my last attack here on their Town Hall 11. So look, I'm not gonna sit here and say this guy was max. But it was an interesting shot for me to go ahead and try the Valk raid. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I don't really get the Valk raid. I mean, yeah, it's powerful, but it also costed me about 6,000 to do this raid. I mean, between the earthquake spell, the 16, Valkyrie, and the 8 hog. But just for the sake of having fun, I went ahead and I wanted to do it. So my ID here, I saw kind of a little opening when I clicked on these two expos. I saw that they were set down and this one was set up. So this was my clear target for my my queen walk. So the idea was to launch the queen over here, take care of the enemy queen. I also knew that in the clan castle they didn't have any troops, so I wasn't really worried about that. Hopefully the queen was going to clear this area out over here, and then I was going to blow that wall up, send in my Valk this way, and a golem, and then launch the king over here with any remaining troops, and hopefully, come across the base, something like this. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what happened. Come on, replay. There we go. So she's coming in now. So you can see here the queen's doing work. It's really important with that queen walk to always try to take out, the air defense towers. As the queen pushes in forward, you'll see here in a second I'm gonna, blow up some walls, and then I'm gonna go ahead and launch that golem. So the purpose of the golem is kind of the same thing as in the lower levels when you use your giants. You really want to basically use that as a tank force, and then immediately behind that tank force you want to throw something to make it useful. So I like to use either Wiz. This time I use Valkyrie, but you really don't want to just leave your giants out there taking that damage for no reason. That completely defeats the purpose of using giants. They're expensive. They are a tank force. Yes, you can use them for like a healer giant raid. But really, at the end of the day, when you start getting, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, you really have to understand what is the purpose of your tanking force and what is the purpose of your attacking force. So as you can see here, the golem is taking the damage while the Valkyries, I only used a couple of them, are kind of clearing up any area so that when I send my Valkyrie in, they go to the direction I want them to go. I don't want my Valkyries to go around this way. I really want them to go in this way. So just at the right time here, I'm going to go ahead and freeze that Eagle artillery. Really, these expos are so low, I'm really not even that worried about them. I know those Valkyries will just smash through them. And then as you can see here, I'm keeping an eye on my queen, just making sure that she's not taking too much damage. So quickly, the Valkyries, I mean, they destroy the the center, the core of the base, and doing really well, doing really well. I was kind of amazed at the speed in which you gain from the Valkyries. especially when they're raged or sped up by any of your spells. You'll see here in a second when I get down to this area, I'm going to go ahead and drop my last dark spell, and it's just amazing how quick those Valkyries just really smash through the base. So here you go, that wall's broke. Check that out. Bam, bam, bam. All three. I mean, in a matter of 2, maybe 3 seconds. With that, I mean, basically this Town Hall 11 stood no chance. I mean, there's really nothing there that's going to stop the level 35 king and the level 35 queen. So, I mean, pretty awesome smashing, if you ask me. Definitely liked using it. Maybe I'll use it next time that I see these open bases like this. And then I'm also going to go ahead and show you the base I got, why I got it the way I got it, and I can even maybe provide a replay. So this base right here, I did quite a bit of searching online to try to find an anti-Valk base. And really what the anti-Valk bases have in common is your clan castle. If you look around the perimeter of my clan castle here, I'm just going to pop around. There's nowhere on this base that you can drop a hog rider or anything like that, and it's going to lure out the troops in the clan castle. In your clan castle, they recommend for your Town Hall 10s to have a golem and to have a loon. And really what that does is the Valkyries are going to run up to that golem once they try smashing through these walls. Yes, the golem's going to take some damage. The loon's going to drop a couple bombs on it. But when that golem explodes, it does splash damage. It takes away about half of those Valkyries. Now, if you're lucky, and that seems to happen somewhere around these giant bombs or even Inferno, before they can even drop a heal, that Valkyrie's dead. The whole horde of Valkyries dead. So that's really what you want to look for to making your base anti-Valkyrie, even anti-Earthquake, is really taking out that tank force, which is going to be either golems, Valkyrie, or giants. That's their tank force. And once you take them out, then your single defenses can really lure in. Also, a big change to the game, if you notice, I got my expos down now. You used to always have your expos up. They always said up, up, up. But if you want to stop those Valkyries, you have to put them down. So I don't recommend you put them down, but if you notice that you're getting Valked a lot, go ahead and drop those down. Start compartmentalizing your base a little bit, trying to make it to where, yes, the Valkyrie might get to your Town Hall or maybe even your Dark Elixir, but it's not going to open up and destroy the whole base. I don't know if I have any good defense replays. This guy just basically rushed my Elixir. He got some of it. Let me go ahead and share this one. Granted, again, they're low Valkyrie. But you know what? I mean, it still proved the point of what's the purpose of the base. So as you see the guy here, he comes in hot with his P.E.K.K.A, his very low king. He did blow the wall up. Looks like he was trying to rush towards that Dark Elixir storage. Threw in his wizards. Notice he still hasn't tripped my clan castle over here. So, use his rage probably way too early. But then as you can see here, watch what happens when these Valkyries get in contact with this Golem and Loon. See, so they zero in on that Golem, and then that's it. Done. So, I actually didn't even lose. I don't even think I lost my Golem for this raid, and the whole time they were taking massive damage. So, complete fail. Looked like he tried to rush my my Dark Elixir, and since then I decided to basically move my Dark Elixir over here. Reason for that is it's a lot harder. If you notice that there's 9 spaces in between. So let's say the person drops it right here. They're not going to be able to get this wall and this wall and this wall with the earthquake. So they're going to have to drop it more like over here, and then it only opens a very small compartmentation, basically wastes their earthquake. Yes, they could drop it right here, but then the problem with that is it basically opens up this entire area from over here to over here. So more than likely they're not going to get my Dark Elixir. So I'm just kind of playing around with this base, trying to see what works best, but what seems to be working, I mean, it's basically 3 nights in a row that I haven't been attacked by a serious attacker, which is a lot since the 2016 update. It seems that I'm getting attacked a lot more often. So 3 nights in a row where I could wake up, collect my loot, and my dark elixir's full. I would definitely call that a victory, or a nice tough base. The other thing that I'm doing too is I dropped out of Masters, went down to Crystal 3, and I'm kind of hovering between Crystal 2 and Crystal 3, just to try to stay away from some of those guys that really know how to use the attacks and can really expose some of the base weaknesses. So, again, throw out a vote. What do you think's going to happen? You think I'm going to be able to, max all of the walls out or max out the heroes? But just keep in mind, the next level for the queen is 180k. The next level for the king is 170. The queen goes 180, 185, 190, 195, and then 200 for the max level. So, I mean, right there alone, you're almost talking, almost $1 million, $1 million dark elixir just to max out that queen. But I'm going to run that queen all the way until she's maxed out, and then I'm going to work at my king, getting him maxed out. So currently we are recruiting. We're always recruiting. So if you watch the video and you want to see what it's like being in nice war clan. I mean, we give good troops. We're tier 1 while we're farming, but during war, I mean, I'll cook whatever you guys want. Here's a clan description. So English only, that's the big thing. Adults only, no rush bases. Everyone must be in war ready. Elders earned with 150 donations, not given. No freeloaders. You must donate troops to receive troops. Tier 1 troops are given for farming. Heavy troops are given for war. So I stick to that pretty much to the core. Unless it's someone that's really donating and really putting in the time. You basically can get either giants or lower. So don't join if you think that you're going to come here and get bowlers or dragons or wizards. That's ridiculous. Why am I going to cook? Look how much my hogs cost. So if someone needs 4 hogs, why am I going to give you 4 hogs that cost me 90 dark elixir each? Like, I'm not going to pay almost 400 dark elixir every time you want to raid. Learn how to raid. But either way, Slob my gob, DCSea, I'm out.